welcome to Master None Garage. I'm Andrew, and today I'm going to be working on a 76 Chevrolet Scottsdale.
Come on.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Master of None Garage. My name is Andrew. It's been a while. It has. Still no shop, but hopefully we'll know something this week. I don't know. But today I have the pleasure to work on this Scottsdale. I think it's a 1976. It's got a 400 small block and a turbo 400 or turbo 350 transmission behind it. I'm not too sure, but just gonna do a little bit of sprucing the thing up today, replacing the gauge lenses, replacing the dash bezel. We have to cut out this to fit this sports car radio, and then we have a gas gauge, fuel gauge for it. Without further ado, let's just get into it. So first things first, I got my bit driver and my bit kit, and there's a bunch of flatheads and Phillips and who knows what else. I'm going to start taking this apart. You can see the lens is very, very yellow. That's why we're replacing that. But I'll throw you guys on a tripod and throw you on the time lapse while I take this thing apart, and we'll see what we got. So I got it all apart. I got the fuel gauge in there. Fuel gauge reads 0. I'm pretty sure it's full. And it's got a brand new sending unit. So I'm gonna have to fiddle around with the wiring and figure out what the problem is there. One thing I noticed is this radio, this old style radio, and this new radio is a newer style radio, head unit, whatever you want to call it. And if we take this deal off, it's not going to fit in here unless I cut this out. What I have to do also is cut the metal out so it fits behind here too. So, all right, somehow, I don't know what happened, but my camera decided not to record, but I got it all fitted up like it's factory. That should go in there, and then that hole that I cut in the dash should be big enough for that head unit to sit in without rubbing or anything. Say, hey, yeah, you want to go outside, but you can't because you'll get eaten by bears and whatnots. Well, a lot has transpired. I've basically torn apart the dash. Trying to figure out where this fuel sending wire goes to. It's just not working out. I'm probably going to have to drop the tank, which is something I didn't want to do. I know that the gauge is brand new. I know that the sending unit is brand new. I know that the gauge has power and ground. I think it's something wrong with the signal wire. So I'm going to piddle around with that. It's always something with these old things. Good news, everyone.
Good news, everyone.
I hardwired the signal wire to the gauge because I'm not really trusting these little prongs, and I was right. I shouldn't trust any of these prongs, and I shouldn't trust the backside of this gauge cluster. It's got that that printed out circuitry all the old GMs and everything have them. It was like the thing to do back in the day. I hardwired the signal wire to the back side of the gauge, and then I sent power and ground to the back side of the gauge where power and ground should be, and voila, the gauge works. I'll show you. Hook up ground to here, and I got my multimeter. I'm gonna shoot power to this terminal, the other one. All right, so here it goes. I'm gonna move it right here so it, boom. Look at that, it works. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna widen out these prongs right here, and I will run power from the back side of the gauge when the ignition is on, and ground to the truck somewhere, straight to the gauge. I'm going to hardwire it. Technically, this truck really does need a wiring harness, like everything to be redone, but they want a gas gauge, and this is their daily, and I don't have to drop the tank, and that is the best part about it. All right, so I got the gauge back in, got the gauge cluster back in, and it works. So that's a good thing. I kind of snagged the speedometer needle, and it just shattered into like 3 or 4 pieces. So, oh crap. It was right here. There's the needle. It was drying, but the wind blew it. So that's great. That's fantastic. Oh no! Will Andrew figure out how to replace the needle without having to call LMC truck? Will he install the radio on time and complete the dash job? Are birds really real? Find out next week on the next episode of Master of None Garage.